Greeting Local 2627 sisters and brothers. Today is Monday, April 23rd, 2012. I hope everybody had a great weekend. And let me just give you a couple of updates. One of the things I want to update immediately was I was trying to talk so fast last week that I was saying that over 20,000 people had signed up for Tier 6, 12,000 from Denisers and another 8,000 or so from Burrs. But actually, I didn't mean Tier 6. I meant they signed in to Tier 4 prior to the deadline of when you had to get in. And the deadline, of course, everybody knows, was April Fool's Day. You had to be in before April Fool's Day, which was April 1st. Anyway, so these people, we had over 20,000 people go into Tier 4 between the NICERS and the Burrs system. And congratulations and thank you to NICERS and Burrs for keeping their office hours open on Saturdays. Anyway, the Telecom Data exam has been extended to April 30th. So they've given you an extra 7 days. Why, I don't know. But I mean, it's been extended until Monday, I believe, April 30th. Another thing I want to say, if you send me emails, I always like to have emails. Mike and myself, we both like to have emails, come to us with information. But we get so much email that what you need to do is anytime you send us an email, you need to let us know that the email is coming so that we will expect it. And generally, we will tell you what to put in the subject so we will recognize it right away. I mean, 50, 60, 70 emails a day is a lot to read when you're trying to take care of hearings and phone calls and everything else. So when you send us the email, also always, and do not ever send us an email without putting your phone number in it, even if you think we have your phone number, because it makes us have to take time to locate where we keep your phone number, where the records are. So anytime you send us an email, always make sure that your phone number and your agency is included in the email. And like I said again, if you're going to send us an email, call us first and let us know the email is on the way. Another issue is some people seem to think that they can be just fired or demoted because the management says that. No, there's a due process procedure. No manager can just say you're fired. No manager can just say you're now demoted to a lower, unless possibly you're provisional. And if you're provisional, after 2 years you have due process. And if you're let go as a provisional, they're going to give you a warning, some type of warning. They're going to say, well, your services are no longer needed or something like that. But but definitely, if you're permanent, you cannot be fired or demoted without having some type of, we used to say trial, but we mean hearing of some type. So don't let that happen to you. Titles are on the website. Most of our titles have now been moved to the website. If you go to our website, on the left-hand side, under you'll see in the blue where we have that little drop-down boxes in blue on the left-hand side. It has, I think, about Local 2627, membership services, and then civil service titles. There's a drop-down for both the citywide titles and the CUNY titles. So they're there now. Getting back to Tier 6 for a second, we've put on our website to let you know what politicians voted what on the Tier 6, who voted yes for it and who voted no. These are important things for you to know, because remember, DC 37 had given some of these politicians money, and they literally laughed in our faces by signing on to Tier 6. If you have any problems with DC 37, when you call one of the departments in this building, what you need to do is make sure, like I told you before, make sure you always find out who you're talking to before you start doing business. Always. And if you have any problems with the people in DC 37, make sure you call a local and let the local intervene with you and find out what's going on, because we can straighten people out. If you have other problems, you have a grievance out there, or you have some type of issues going out and it's been released to a grievance rep, or maybe Mike or myself are doing it. What you need to do is you need to follow up. If you're not hearing anything from the local, you need to follow up. For the people who've been around a while, you remember we had an issue with more than 100 grievances were not being processed. And the members didn't know that they should follow up on it. And the grievances fell to the wayside because of, I guess you can say they were timely. So please, if you have a grievance or you have an issue that's coming up, something that we're taking care of, and you haven't heard from us in a reasonable amount of time, usually a week or so, follow up. Give the office a call. If the rep is dealing with it, then call the rep and find out what's going on. If you can't get in contact with the rep, then call this office and we will get in contact with the rep for you and have the rep contact you. Good and welfare this week from HRA, Emmanuel Gabino. He had a death in his family. Sorry to hear his mother passed away, and our love goes out to him, and the sympathy goes out to him, and we feel your pain, and we hope that you recover from this soon. Until next week, this is Robert Jai. Have a good week.